I will just try to demonstrate a simple class 1 restoration. Please don't judge me by the quality of the restoration because I'm sorry I'm not that good, but still, the science behind it. So this patient came to be diagnosed. There was an old valve restoration here and some caries here. We have to do a composite restoration. What do? We become like those horses. You wear that, no? The thing right on the eye shades. You can see only in that straight line, nothing around. Take the bird, cut it down, fill it up, done, dust it, next patient take it. No. That is where we land into trouble. You make a restoration. If bond doesn't bond, the chemistry is there. But if it bonds, if everything else is fine, you want the restoration to last its life, right? So, you check from front, centrioles. Looks good, nice intercustation, everything is fine, beautiful. The moment the patient brings it forward, this is not an anterior guidance that you want. There is only one point of contact, one point here. The anteriors have been eroded and triggered. Why has that happened? There was an interference somewhere and the body erased it. Erased it in such a way that it's almost lost. But because he's coming for those two composites, are you going to try and correct this? If you can convince him to go for full marks in this and that, if he's coming for those two restorations, go ahead. Otherwise, best let it. Make sure your restoration is in harmony with what he already has. Okay? You check the guidances, right lateral, left lateral. You can see there are contacts right till the end. There is a crossbite here. So there are interferences somewhere or the other. Now you check occlusions. There were interferences. This is gone. Palatal cusp is fractured already. So you can see wear patterns on the canines, on the central. When you see the mandibular, that was the look that he had come in for the composites. You see the palatal cusp is gone already. Now, if you do a composite restoration, a composite is good, no doubt, but not as hard as your enamel. If it has worn down the enamel, it will wear down the composite. Or if you put in monolithic zirconia, which is very hard, what will it do? It will wear down the opposite. It will wear down something or the other. That is not what you want. Okay? So, and another thing. Please do not put the paper with your mouth. With your finger, sorry, can't put it with your mouth. Do not put it in the mouth with your finger. It touches everywhere. And it leaves marks like this doesn't cost even, it's basic, very basic. Even the tweezer isn't good enough. Just holds the paper and put it in, he's chewed, you know he's giving you the correct marks. Right? So you take the bites. Now you see, there are heavy marks here, palatal cusp. This palatal had heavy, so that's why it's gone already. This one has marks, this one has marks. There are marks on the buccal cusp also. Now he has a real messed up occlusion. 42 months old. Because he's living with it. He's chewing bones with it. Sorry for the vegetarian. So, even on the mandibular, you see, these are not point marks, these are area marks. Look, it's not contacting in points, it's contacting masses, areas. So, he's worn it down. Fine. So, now you take the excursive marks. You see the guidances, whatever he has, you see these molars. Even the palatals are taking part in guidances. But still, it's fine. So, this is only for your understanding. Before you dive into that swimming pool, you need to know what is the depth of the deep side. You just see it's 3 feet on the shallow side and you get in. By chance you go over to the deep side and you see it's 10 feet, you can't tell. So you should know what you're doing. You should know where you're about to land before you put your hands inside the mouth. Then you pick up your bird, prepare the cavity, very good, fill it up with composite material, follow the steps definitely. And then you take the centric bites again. How are we supposed to take the centrics? Tap, 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 right? And you see marks over here, marks here. Don't do anything about these because you're not supposed to. He hasn't come in for these. These are the just two teeth that you are supposed to work on, right? Remove these. So you have distal cusp mark, distal buccal, there's one distal. You remove that. Sorry. And then you take the red. You take the red paper, you do the excursive movements. Wherever the red and the blue coincide, wherever the red and the blue coincide, don't do anything. Let them be. just remove the red marks, because those red marks weren't there in centric. They have come in eccentric. Those are your interference. Okay. Now, with that, again, the same occlusional concepts and everything in mind, let me demonstrate a crown and bridge. Not ideal. Still, he had an existing bridge here, which failed, came out after a few years. This one was pretty worn down, we did a post-floor. Should have been 2 implants, then separate crowns here, but expense, everything, our social economy. We went for a bridge. We put it in, we tried, we took centric stop mark, right? You see a heavy mark here, everything else is sharp. We are just that point. So you start getting marks everywhere. But this you do not want. You remove that, you put the red paper, and you check for guidance. See a mark here, these you don't want. This you want to give it back canine guided occlusion. This should not be an area, it should be linear, it should be just a line. So this is where you stop, provided the vertical has not increased. Patient should be comfortable. Ucha lag raha hai should never be there. But ucha lag raha hai is not the only criteria for you to stop your assessment. There are a few steps following. Places in the mouth, you check, you see that there is this occlusion here, there is this occlusion here, then you glaze, you send it back. Now glazing, there is a controversy with that. Glazing increases the thickness of the crown. Ideally, it should be polished. Polished PFM crown doesn't have any increase in thickness. But its glazing is more convenient, has lesser steps. Most of our labs, the labs that we day-to-day labs, they usually glaze restoration. So fine, we got it glazed. So you see a disocclusion here, you see the canine touching here, you see the contralateral side, it's completely disoccluded. So the whole point of this presentation, of this Saturday evening board, was you get many chances. Day 1 when you see the patient, day 2 when you make him sit down on the chair, you look inside. But all those chances you get, if you miss out on those opportunities, then something like this happens. I'm sure everyone remembers this, so the team is not there anymore. There's the first chance, misses it. The second chance, misses it. Third chance, misses it. If you missed so many chances, how will you get around? How will you make sure that you reach your target? And then come back with grounds like this. This patient came in. What happened? First time he came in, this was broken, chipped off. Blame number 1, lab technician. He did not use the proper ceramic material. He goofed up somewhere. That's why this came. Smooth it out a little bit, send him back. Keep it. Next time he comes back, this one goes out. Again you blame it on the lab. Third time he comes back with the bridge in his hand. You blame it on the cement. And the cement must have been bad, it must have been an expired material. I try to refix it with a different cement. Because you have to tell him that you'll have to get a new bridge made. But look at this. This is the upper right side. First molar, which has gone off the buckles only. The buckles only. In excursion, there was extra ceramic. Went off. Still it couldn't take it. Maybe this one went off first because it's closer to the buckle. Then this one went off. Still couldn't take it. The entire thing came out. So when the crown comes back to you from a lab, you place it in the mouth. Don't just check for the excursives. From outside, it might look like the mandibular teeth have gone inside, the maxillary are, covering it up, hugging it like a mother to a child. That is not good. That is not what you want. It looks good. It doesn't function. So if you can eliminate all of these interferences, brush them off, move them, remove them aside from the mouth, this is what you get. See, you brush out the interferences, you bypass the rest that are coming your way, remove them, all of them. Then you get your food. So, with this, I would like to conclude saying that if you only do what you can do, you will never be better than what you are. This was said by the famous Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. So, thank you so much. Many of you are awake, so I mustn't have been such a